Welcome back to another video. My name's Kay. Let's get into it, man.
But I'm gonna tell you anyway. There's a school here on TikTok that's always dancing. You've probably wondered when these kids actually learn. They recruit them, give them bursaries, turn them into TikTok stars, and then they own them for 5 years minimum. I got my hands on a contract that was sent to me, and what I'm about to show you is one of the most concerning agreements I've ever seen. Stay with me. This might be the longest video I've ever done. Let me break down every single clause that should worry parents. Also, I have to say, I've redacted the name of the school because based on my research, I found that this contract was given to parents on the side. So they might come after me for defamation.
They
I
will.
ain't
They
got it like
definitely
that.
will.
They call it a bursary. It sounds generous, right? Free education, free accommodation, food, clothing. But the contract states in clause 3.3, all bursary related costs are fully sponsored by the school/label and are recoupable. That means, according to this contract, it's not a gift, it's treated as a loan. Every meal, every night's accommodation, school uniform. The contract allows the school to keep a tab running. And according to this agreement, the child has to pay it back through labor, image, and earnings for years.
Whoa.
Clause 4.1. This agreement shall remain in force for fixed term of 5 years. Your 13-year-old signs this, they're locked in until they're 18.
Did you see what it just said there? The school/label shall have the option to re-sign or renew the learner/artist. Any renewed agreement shall be for a minimum period of 3 years. Meaning that even if after they're finished with school, they can choose to re-sign the agreement, and then they continue paying. What kind of school would give a child a contract like this? And if the parents are signing this without reading it properly, what kind of madness are we living in, man? This is wrong. Like, read it carefully.
Your 13-year-old signs this, they're locked in until they're 18. But wait, it gets worse. 4.2. Upon completion of grade 12, the school or label have an option to re-sign or renew the learner/artist for.
Did you what you just said? The school has a choice to re-sign, to renew their agreement, their contract. And if the children are signing this without reading this carefully, this is wrong, man. This is honestly wrong. Like, I feel like this needs to be brought to kids. And if this contract was given to the side, something don't smell right.
Minimum period of 3 years. So that's 8 years minimum if the school decides they are profitable. And clause 4.4, until expiry or written clause, the learner/artist remains contractually bound. Translation: your child is property for nearly a decade, as a minor. Clause 5, post-matric album obligation. After your child writes matric, they must deliver one full studio album to the school. Commercially acceptable, meaning the school decides if it's good enough. Only after delivering this
Oh my God, I know where the school is.
Can your child
move back? Right here. I know that building. That building belongs to, I can't say, but I know that building belongs to another school. Another college. Is it registered? I don't know. I've been there, but it's not, in my opinion, it's not registered. But where they are, this decoration just speaks volumes, and I've been there. I've stood there and looked at this colorful wall. I know where the school is.
Decides if it's good enough. Only after delivering this album can your child elect to exit. But remember clause 5.3, exit shall only be permitted once all obligations and recoupment requirements are met. So your 18-year-old writes matric, delivers an album, and still can't leave until the school says the debt is paid. This is how they extend the contract beyond 5 years.
Too many loopholes.
Let's talk money.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talk.
There's too many loopholes.
Because this is where it gets evil. Clause 6.2, digital sales split. The child gets 10%. 10%. Clause 6.3, payment commences only after full recoupment of expenses. So the school adds up everything. And the child
Food and
doesn't
living
see a
costs.
cent until all is paid back. And who decides when it's all paid back?
The
The school.
school.
I like Peanuts. He's an amazing dancer, talented young man, and I wish
Bro,
him
this kid shouldn't be suffering because of the contract, and especially if he's about to finish. When he finishes, does that mean he's bound? He's technically bound to the school because Peanuts is a well known, like, he's a killer dancer, man. I don't think a kid like this deserves what's happening as we speak, because this contract is ridiculous. You're bound till the school says the debt is paid. This kid is already popping high. Well, I don't think they'll let this kid go because he's already generating proper revenue, and multiple he's in multiple videos, bro, across social media, not just in ghost videos, but a lot. And this kid's talented, and he's gonna have to deal with this type of contract, bro. We have to stop this.
nothing but the best. But if we as fans love and support him, then we must be able to ask these questions as to say that, listen,
Yeah,
is this child's rights and his best interest put to the forefront? And if it isn't,
I think him seeing the contract, he sees longevity. It's like a record deal. That's what he's seeing it as. It even says label. So to him, it's like, no, I'm still gonna get pushed. I'm still gonna get backing from the school. But generally, what this kid is making isn't. He's making nothing at this point. The school takes half of his half. So technically, the kid's left with zero. Nah, man, we gotta stop. We gotta stop exploiting children, man.
then heads need to start rolling. Because in what world in South Africa does a child get into this agreement, even with parental consent?
Then clause 7.1. Until recoupment, the split is 70%
Yo!
to the school, 30% to the child. So if your child generates 100,000 in bookings, the school takes 70,000 rand. Your child gets 30,000 rand. That 30,000 rand goes towards recoupment first. So actually, your child gets nothing until the school.
Yo! They take your half as well. That's what I'm saying. Like, this kid is not getting nothing, man. Nah, man. Nah, this kid, this contract, this school and this contract is too fishy. They take his half of his. I'm it. This is wrong. No matter how you look at it, this is genuinely wrong. The kid gets nothing. And he's the one promoting, doing this, gaining all these followers and these fans. And he gets nothing in return. This kid's gonna get worked to death.
Says the debt is cleared.
You don't find that suspicious?
Clause 8. Endorsements and sponsorships. The school negotiates everything. Your child can't do deals independently. And the split 50-50 after expenses. So if Coca-Cola wants to sponsor your child for 500,000 rand, the school takes 250,000 rand. And guess what counts as expenses? Whatever the school says. Marketing, management, development costs. All deducted before the split. Your child's face is worth 500,000 rand. The
And
school
he gets nothing. Nothing. No. I'm baffled, man.
takes half, then deducts expenses. Your child might see 50,000 rand if they're lucky. And remember, this is after recoupment. So that 50,000 rand also goes towards paying
500,000
back
and he gets
the bursary.
50.
So no on your
So 500,000, the school deducts. Then all the other expenses deducts. He's left with 50. Then they deduct from that. And then seeing by many of the clauses that are said there, he doesn't even get a single cent if you look at the contract and go down, just if you keep going down, 500,000 they deducted, 200, 250, it's gone. Then they deduct again. So basically the kid's left with nothing. And you're telling me that he learned all those dance moves from the school. The school paid for his training, his dancing, his how to be more presentable, how to be more, like, basically they have the blueprint to build an influencer. That's what I'm seeing right now. They have the blueprint to build an influencer, and it's only up to them if the influencer is generating more money. If they are, they're gonna milk him dry. And then once he stop being at the top and they find a new star that's popping, they throw him. They'll be like, okay, the debt has been paid. You are done. Even though if you look at all of all the transactions, the kid got nothing. Peanuts basically will get nothing at the end of this. Once he's done being at the top and a new kid steps in, they're gonna do the exact same thing on this kid and the next kid and the next child, just like that. Have these parents not read the contract? Nah, man.
Una everything. Awukhonahali shem. Wa understand?
The TikTok page of the said ambitious high school in Pretoria, is that TikTok page owned by the school or owned by someone outside of the school? And if it is owned by someone in the school, do the kids sign any form of a release agreement where the parent says, hey, I'm allowing you guys to use my child's name, face, and likeness for your TikTok page? Because it's a huge page seen by millions of people.
Clause 10, penalty for side bookings. If your
Oh,
child...
No, man. Penalty for side bookings. So the kid can't even make some for himself. Termination of this agreement. Wait, let's start at the top. Forfeit of 100% of income earned from the unauthorized activity. So I make the money, they take all of it. Suspension of bursary benefits, additional financial penalties equal to damages suffered, termination of this agreement. Yo, this penalty. I want to see the breach of contract. What? This school needs to be investigated. Seriously, this school genuinely needs to be investigated, because if Peanuts is at the top, if they're gonna milk this kid now, if this brother didn't show us all of this, make this video, we wouldn't have known until Peanuts maybe in the next 5 to 6 years sent out a video saying, I've been in the school and I've been scammed and here's what happened. People wouldn't have believed him then, but now it's good that this came out early so that, like, we can face concerns. And I don't think he has a right to sign this contract, because it says parent or / guardian, meaning that your parents need to read this contract. And it says parent / guardian shall not act as a manager or agent. Another red flag. Another one. Shall not negotiate or accept bookings without written consent of the school / label. Let's just call it what it is, a record label, a label. It's not a school. Extortion is happening to these kids.
Accepts any booking without the school's permission, even a birthday party performance. Here's what happens. The school can take the 10,000 Rand, kick them out of school, still demand them to pay back the bursary
because the debt has been paid.
Clause 9.5, the parent or guardian clause. Now this one is crazy.
Thank you.
Parents can't act as a manager. They can't negotiate bookings or accept offers on behalf of their child without written consent from the school. So even though you are the legal guardian, you have signed away your parental rights to manage your own child's career.
It does not make sense that these kids are now in somewhat of like a commercial agreement where Mototanta passe prelim if it's a Tanta release album. Like, that's insane to me, genuinely.
Here's what this school appears to create. A school uses free education as bait to recruit talented children, then locks them in for about 5 to 8 years as minors, according to these terms, takes 70 to 90% of their earnings per revenue splits, claims ownership of their music, controls their social media, prevents parents from intervening, and calls it a bursary.
I always found it sus that these kids go to an estate. They dance at that said estate, and there are a lot of adults around them, like celebrities and influencers. And I'm always thinking, like, where exactly are the responsible adults in that situation who are there to look after them and make sure that nothing...
The accommodation clause, the food, food and living costs. That's part of it. The state is, I'm pretty sure, no, not pretty sure, it is part of the it's in the agreement. So they're like, the tab that you've been running, the food you've been eating ain't cheap. The house you've been living in, the complex estate you've been living in ain't cheap. Transportation to get to said school ain't cheap. Like, you've been opening this tab for years, we've kept quiet, and you've been running through the tab. So you have to pay us back the money. Pay it back, Baba. Pay it back. That's what they're basically insinuating in this whole situation. You have to pay them back. Brian, also, where are the parents, man? Like, this is a cause for concern. I keep saying this. Where are the parents? Because these kids are being exploited. They're being exploited and they're very young and they don't even know what's going on until it's too late.
Untoward happens to them, right? More specifically, where like they're in a 360 deal. Like,
I've been K. Thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all in the next one. And oh yeah, shout out this brew, man. Oh man, it's what's it called? Reporting live essay. Shout out to you, man. Peace. I'm out.